Hello viewers, Murray here with Murray's Mobile Mechanics, and welcome to the channel. Today I'm working on the 2011 Nissan Rogue. This is a 2.5 liters 4-cylinder engine, and it's the A-Stream. So customer called me the other day that they failed the machine, so I told them, hey, take your car to O'Reilly's or AutoZone. They'll check the engine check light for you. So the other thing I want to say is, if your engine check light turns on, people, stop your car, have a mechanic or your shop, or take it to AutoZone or O'Reilly's. They check for you. It might be something serious or it might be something easy. So in our case, I told the customer, because they failed the machine and the engine check light was on, I told them to have the car checked by AutoZone. And the good thing is it wasn't something serious. It's the thermostat and master airflow sensor code. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to flip the camera, show you the vehicle, we verify the customer's complaint, and then we go from there. So that's our vehicle right there. I opened the hood already. It's a 2.5 liters 4-cylinder engine, and I connected my scanner already. So let's verify the customer's complaint by running the vehicle. So the car is running, and you can see, let's focus right there. You can see the engine check light is on. So engine check light or customer's complaint verified. So we'll turn the car off. And like I said, I didn't want to make the video too long. I already connected my scanner. My dongle is right there, and we got some codes in this actually car. So let me find a better position. So we got a bunch of codes, but our most important ones is the P0128, which is thermostat, and we got the P0101 master airflow sensor. We got the airbag, so we're not going to pay attention to the airbag codes, which is the B1018 and the B1022. We just pay attention to the master airflow sensor and the thermostat. So customer's complaint verified for the master airflow sensor. I think I'm just going to clean it for now, and then if the code comes back, we know the master airflow sensor is back. But for the thermostat, we are going to actually take care of that. So I'm going to turn the car off, and then we got other things going on. The customer told me they bought the door handle. We are going to see if we can actually install the door handle for them, which is right there. And then they told me the seat, even if you lift the lever, it doesn't move forward or backwards, so we'll look into that. And they told me just to look into the car in general. So you can see we got this body trim right here. I sprayed some WD-40 to see if I can soften the rubber, and then we'll put it back in this rail. And this door, if you look, it's bouncing or jouncing. Once you open it, it's actually moving. Let me come this side. See, I think I know actually what's going on. It's moving from right there. So I don't know if you can see the movement right there. It is moving from right there. So we'll take a general look at the car, tell the customer what we can fix today and what we'll fix later. I also figured out, you can see right now, the radiator bushings are broken. They need to be replaced. There's two of them, one here and one on the other side. And I saw that the struts right there, you can see they are cracked on both sides. So that's something we are going to actually tell the customer. We'll check the car in general, like I mentioned. So we got the thermostat right there, and then we got the coolant. So let me go ahead and start working on this car. So let me set myself up, and then I'll bring you guys on the other side. Hello viewers, so right now the first thing we're going to do is drain the coolant. So you need to have a drain, and you have to actually look at the draining port, which is right there. So we are going to open this guy just like so, and make sure the coolant actually drains into your drain right there. So let me open that guy just like so, and then I know it's a tight angle. If you're working on a lift, it's a better angle, but if you don't have a lift, this is all you got. So we'll be draining our coolant from right there. And there you go, you can see the coolant is dripping right now. So what we are going to do is we'll come up and then we're going to open the radiator cap, make sure the car is cold and it has stayed overnight, like in our case. So I've opened the radiator cap and now you can see the coolant is draining pretty much faster. So we'll let the coolant drain, you can see right there, and then I'll bring you guys back on the other side. Hello viewers, so as the coolant is draining, we are going to disconnect this O2 sensor wire from right there, and then we're going to take it off the heat shield right there, and then we're going to take off the heat shield. It's just a couple of 10mm bolts. There's one here, one there, one there, and one there, and then we'll take the heat shield out, and then it will expose our thermostat, which is right there. So let me do that and I'll bring you guys back. Hello viewers, so I tried to disconnect the wiring right here. It's pretty tight. I don't want to break wires because you know these O2 sensors are too sensitive. So I'll just go ahead and take these bolts off. I'm using a 10mm socket with the M12. So one has fallen down. We'll take that one out, this one out, and this one is broken right there, you can see. So we'll put them on the side where we can't actually lose them. So right now I think I should have another one on the side. Let me take that one out and then I'll bring you guys back. Hello viewers, so we got one more this side, and I think we go by feel. So let me take it off camera and I'll bring you guys back. Hello viewers, so the one bolt on this side is being stubborn, so we'll just let it be. They're going to be nice if this would come off, but either way, since it can move, I just want to show you we are going to take off that 12mm bolt right there on top, and there should be another one at the bottom. Let me try to focus so that we are able to see what I am actually talking about. So when we remove this guy, we have that bolt right there, and then we have another one at the bottom right there. So let me take those out and then I'll bring you guys back. Hello viewers, so the top bolt we're going to use a 12mm socket with an extension with the M12, same with the top one. So I'll go on the top just like so. I'll go ahead and take the bolt out. This is the one right here, and then we'll head to the bottom as well and take the bottom bolt out just like so. And take our two out just like so, and then I'll go in by hand and take the bolt out. This is the one right here, so it's kind of the same bolt. You don't have to worry. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull this housing off just like so, and we are going to actually pull the housing off. This is the one right here, and our thermostat should be in there. Let me try to focus right there. So we got our thermostat in there. I don't know if you're able to see it, but let me try to go in there and see if we can catch the thermostat. That's the one right there. So I'm gonna pull it out and then I'll show you how it sits, and we go from there. Hello viewers, so that's our new thermostat right there. We're using a Duralast thermostat, and that's the part number right there. So this is a kit. It comes with the outlet thermostat, but since we only have the thermostat code, we're just gonna replace the thermostat. So it comes in, it's a kit. So we got a thermostat that we actually need, which is this one right here. We'll put it right here, and then we have another outlet thermometer which goes on the side right here, but we are just gonna change the thermostat because that's the code we have. So if you're changing the outlet, you need to also change the gasket. So we'll leave that one there, and then we'll compare our new thermostat. This is the one, and this is the one we took out. This is the one we took out, and this is the one we have. So you can see this piece right here on this one, I believe this is the OEM part, is inside right there. I don't know if you're able to see. You see that one? This is the one right here. So this one will go in this way, and then make sure it's up top. So let me do that, and then I'll bring you guys back. Make sure you also have a gasket around it. That is very important because that's your seal right there. So let me do that, and then I'll bring you guys back. Hello viewers, so you can see right now our housing is back on with the thermostat inside. I took the boards down, and then we got our old thermostat right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take off this socket right here, and then we'll put the boards back on the heat shield, connect the radiator hose, and this is the old thermostat right there. And look at the coolant that came out of this vehicle. That doesn't look good. So this is why I tell people, when you take the car to the shop, they'll put the cheapest coolant for you and charge you the same price with some good coolant. So in our case, we are going to use this coolant. You can see right there, it says Asian vehicles, and this is a Nissan, and it says Infinity and Nissan right there. This coolant is basically the best coolant for this car besides the dealer one. So what I'm going to do right now is just put the bolts back on there, connect my radiator hose, and then we'll start filling it up with coolant. And make sure you don't forget to actually close the bottom of the radiator at the drain, and then I'll bring you guys back when we take the massive flow sensor, clean it with massive flow sensor cleaner, and then we go from there. Hello viewers, so after replacing the radiator mount bushings from the old ones to the new ones, these are the two old ones, and these are the new ones. You can see one right there, and there should be one right there. So after replacing the bushings, you can see right now there is less movement, which is very much okay, other than letting the radiator bounce back and forth as you are driving, and the wind pushing on the radiator, it will be flapping back and forth, and then the plastic will crack and then end up replacing the radiator. So it's a better way to go, the cheaper way. Replace the mountings to save yourself from replacing the radiator. So that's how you do it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share for more tips on how to fix your vehicles. Marais here with Marai's Mobile Mechanics. Stay blessed, be good, and we'll see you on the next one.